I grew up in Vancouver and thought I knew everything about this city. Turns out I don't. After recently visiting the Museum of Vancouver, I learned that our city has a rich and cultured past that needs to be shared. In this week's Faces and Places segment, we get a history lesson from the MOV.
The Museum of Vancouver was opened in 1894 by the Governor General, and at the time they were located on Granville Street. Within the museum's collection, we have about 70,000 artifacts, and that's both from Vancouver's history and things that were donated internationally over time. On display in the galleries, we have about 4,000 particular artifacts, and those are Vancouver specific. A lot of the pieces from the museum's collection come from donations from citizens, people who have come in the past and donated items, be it old typewriters, bicycles, cars, furniture from their grandmother's house, old dresses. So when people come to visit the museum, what they can find is a history of Vancouver from 1900 through the 1970s, separated into 4 galleries. And all of the items in those are actually specifically Vancouver-based. It's Vancouver-specific history. And now I'll take you on a tour of our permanent galleries. The Museum of Vancouver permanent galleries start in the 1900s, and it starts with a gallery that we call the Gateway to the Pacific. The gallery explores all of the different kinds of people from different places that were coming to Vancouver at the time. And a lot of what you'll see are things like this, were tools of the trade for people who were doing manual labor in Vancouver at the time. And one of the other things that you'll see, which is really great, is a display on the West End, which was Vancouver's first suburb, which today we wouldn't think of as a suburb at all. A couple of the items that people will find in this exhibition are the Wing Sang Company's original ticket booth. We have a 1906 Oldsmobile and a display on the original trolley route from Vancouver. From here, we'll travel to the 1930s and 40s and look at our Boom, Bust and War Gallery. And what you can see here is information on how the Depression affected Vancouver. We've got a display on the construction of City Hall. And also, this is one of my favorites, is a display on a beauty parlor from the 1920s and 30s and 40s. And what you see here, what I like to joke about is torture devices.